My name is Max Spooner. We are SMC Motor Group. This is a whiteboard that I stole from the manager's office, and this is how to buy an electric car 101. There is a lot of misinformation when it comes to electric cars, so in this video we're going to go and bust some of those myths. Not necessarily. So allow me to explain. So here we've got a Seat Leon with a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine. We've got a CUPRA Born in a 58 kilowatt configuration. Now both on paper have around about 200 horsepower and both can do 0 to 60 in very similar times. Both cars are even a similar size. But if you look at the way that the power is delivered, so take for example the Leon, if I drew a graph of how the power is delivered, it will look something like this. So as the revs build up, the power increases, it will peak somewhere near the top and then it will peter off. Whereas if you look at the board, the great thing about electricity is it's on or it's off. So it's just a straight line. So if you were to drag race these two cars from the off, the CUPRA will have power delivery from literally zero, whereas the Seat will need time to build up to its peak performance. So this car will have 200 horsepower all of the time, this one will have 200 horsepower most of the time. Not true, and in fact it's actually illegal to dispose of an electric car battery to landfill. In terms of their lifespan, every car that SMC sells that's electric comes with an 8-year warranty. That's covered for that or 100,000 miles. Now, coupled with that, Which actually did a survey of electric car owners, and they found the cars that were 3 years old had only lost 2% of their battery's capacity, and a 6-year-old car only lost 8%. And with the constant innovations with battery technology, we should see those numbers drop as we approach the next 6 years. According to Graham Cooper, who is the National Grid's Project Director of Transport Decarbonisation, that's a hell of a title, according to him, the most we ever required as a country for electricity was 62 gigawatts back in 2002. But since then, with energy efficiencies, the increase in solar panels, wind energy, the actual requirement on the national grid has fallen by about 16% since then. And even if we all went EV tomorrow, we'd only see an uptick of about 10%. While it is true more CO2 is produced in the production of an electric vehicle compared to that of its equivalent petrol, it is very easy for the electric car to catch up. Volvo have actually done a study on this, and they've worked out that it takes 70,000 miles to break even with a normal petrol car. Now, if you are, like we are in the West, have access to greener means of electric, so wind farms for example, that figure drops to 30,000. So the idea is within 3 years you can be net neutral compared to the petrol. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload, and feel free to check out the other videos in this series.